like it's bigger than her whole head.
Honest.
This might be hers. It's getting real close.
You gotta pay attention.
What do you think? You gonna like it?
Yeah, I would do.
It's gonna be scary.
She's drove this truck more than I have.
The people have spoken. It's time to work on the ramp truck.
Ramp truck time.
Yeah, we moved this up here for our car show. We had the other 40 Chevy on the back. It's been nice for it to be out of the way. I've been working on Dick Banjo so much I didn't have time to work on it anyway. It's already got a Cummins in it. We showed you that in the last video. So I got the beds full of steel and everything. She's the stunt driver today.
Every day.
We're going to take the track hoe and we're going to use the track hoe because it don't have no brakes. It's got steering, but it don't have no brakes.
That's
so
typical for us.
So we just got one hill to go down, right between all of our good cars. We don't have a great plan. We're going to use that bumper, and we're just going to go.
Real slow.
So follow along.
This is the beginning.
We got to get it to the barn so we can do some welding.
Well, I'm inside the ramp truck. Getting ready to steer it down the hill. Hopefully we're just gonna go real slow. I'm gonna try to keep it going inside. He's picking it up. I'm gonna try to keep this going in here for you guys, but I don't know for sure that I can. This is gonna be scary. I have no brakes. I have no pedals at all, no brakes. I gotta only trust what's going on here. I can steer it. He's got me hooked up and he's in front of me. There he is. We're moving along. Oh. Oh. The door's open.
Drove this truck more than I have. A trip up, a trip back. She's probably drove a quarter mile.
Oh, Lord. Here we go. I can't. I keep reaching for the brakes. There ain't no pedals at all. Help us. interruptions every time.
That's the rules around here. All right, we made it down the hill. Now all we gotta do is get her over to the shop. Look at her.
Fine.
This might be hers. You never know.
My watch just notified me that my heart rate's up. I wonder why. We're through the worst part of it, I think, so it's over now.
All right, we got her down to the shop. Track hoe works wonders. Heavy enough machine, it didn't push us around. How'd it drive?
Smooth as butter, no problem.
All right. I've personally never drove it. I've only pushed it around from here to there, about 50 times. We took it up there for our car show, and then we brought it back. She's the only one that's ever drove it.
I like it.
I bought this truck at an auction for $400. This old man named Parky Scott, notorious dude, they had an auction. It was sitting there, had a clear title, so I took a chance on it. And then someone gave me a frame. Jesse Corson gave me a frame. Here we are. We're gonna finish building it. I got the steel. We're gonna line the bed, skirt the bed out, put storage compartments. Going to go to Harbor Freight, get one of those winches we've been talking about, and put up on top. We're gonna put stacks on it.
Show you what you can get with your $300. You win as being a subscriber.
Yep. We're gonna put a 12,000 pound winch up on top. We got a place for the ramps to slide in. We just got to finish welding everything.
So now it's down here. We just got to get some materials and get things moved around, and we'll get to work on that. But for the rest of this video, Tim's going to focus on getting the lift finished.
Yeah,
what we showed you in the Wednesday video.
They delivered half the lift. We're waiting on the 2 front springs. Hopefully they're here today. Hopefully we can get Wyatt down here to help us roll these babies under there. She paid them because I was erratic. I was all over the place, and I knew that. That was my plan, was to be real bad at. If you ever paint something, be bad at it, and then people will want to jump in and do it for you.
So, I already knew your plan.
But it started raining last night. As soon as we went to the house, got dark, started pouring rain. But they were already good. We ain't chasing perfection. We just want. If you're going to turn wrenches and do some work, you might as well take pride in what you do.
Yeah, just make it look a little nicer.
Yep.
We already had the paint. Why not?
And then I took one of these.
This stuff's wild.
You should try one of these for entertainment purpose. Look, it's bigger than her whole head.
Honest. I spray painted one of my whole feet with one of those.
Yeah, I got underneath there where I'd power wash and started spraying underneath there, and it blew my mind. It don't last very long, but
it covers a huge area real fast.
Yeah, it's just spray paint, so I don't know how long it'll last. But so we got the truck looking good. I did take the front bumper off of it last night when she left because the guy gave me a winch bumper. It don't fit.
Oh.
You win some, you lose some. But I have a better front bumper for it with bumperettes, the little up and downers, the little push bars. I love those things. So we're moving right along.
Yep.
We're waiting on parts. Now we got to mow.
Yeah, I'm going to mow. As soon as these parts get here, he's going to get back to work on that. I'm about to get bees done.
Yep, we haven't had to mow for a while. And then mowing and stuff, everything we do is great. Some people are suffering, and that's horrible. So we hate to see that. Every time you look around, you see somebody that's going through some bad stuff through the weather and stuff like that and everything. So we're trying to stay positive through all that stuff and enjoy what we got.
That's right. We're very thankful for all of you guys. So
yeah,
thanks for always following along.
So if we have anybody that watches our channel from North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, hopefully y'all made it out safe. And that's all that really matters.
Our hearts are going out to you. We wish we could do more.
Yep.
For sure.
So
all right.
We're going to stay busy. We'll get back to work. We'll catch you guys later. All right. Been moving stuff around all day. Finally got some stuff where we can work on it. Got Dick Banjo. He had to come outside. So we'll cover him up. We're not supposed to get any rain for quite a while. If it does rain, I could put in our picnic pavilion over there. Nobody hardly uses that. But it's here. It has landed. 40 Chevy Ramp Truck. Already got the Cummins in it. We're going to fire that baby up. Make sure. I had it run probably 2-3 months ago. So we'll fire it up. Throw a battery on it. It's the easiest thing to start you ever seen. We got a bigger fuel cell to put in it. We got to find permanent locations for all this stuff. And keep on moving. You're seeing it here as we're getting ready to do it. All that frame will be covered with steps and stuff. It'll be like a little mini semi, roll back, ramp back. Already got the bed pretty much made. I'm gonna clean that off tomorrow. Start shooting some weld at that baby. I started building this quite a while back before we had a YouTube channel. Got my name cut in the back, not for hire. Got holes for little lights, and then actually the miller is going to be taillights. I'm going to build boxes, shadow boxes, have LED strips in there. They'll light up, and then the bed's pretty well done. I got to add cross members and then skirt the side. Make a place for the ramps to go in, add some extra cross members, build a flat spot for the winch, but you get a pretty good idea of what's going on. We've already had a truck on it, so that's really no issue. Who knows, maybe someday you'll see old Dick Banjo up on the back of that. I'm sure it'll fit. I got 14 foot plus 2, so it's basically 16 foot, and then the winch will be up on the flat spot, come down. It's going to be handy, man. We'll put a couple batteries in there, show you how to do that. Use battery isolator and stuff for the winch and whatever lights, electronics. The I-beam used to be 2 telephone poles and a longer I-beam that my grandpa would use to lift stuff up and down. You know how them old farmer type people were, hillbillies. So there's heritage there. The radiator's going to be in the back, no radiator in the front. We're using the big Dodge radiator. We'll do fans. We'll pipe it back, show you how I'm going to do all that. But stay tuned. This is what we're doing for a little bit. We got the stuff here for the square body. There's just not enough hours in the day. Springs are here. Bushings are all here. So I'm just going to get some WD-40, lube everything up, put it all together, get the anti-seize out, start slapping it together. By tomorrow afternoon, I'll have this a roller. I wanted Wyatt to help me, but he actually got off the bus and went and did some mowing for us out in the field, so that's good. He's just relaxing now. Kids got it rough too, you know. So by tomorrow, I'll have this thing rolling. And man, we're rolling. We got 87 square body, 40 Chevy Ramp Truck. Dick Banjo's always getting improved. Big blocks, Cummins, small blocks, diesels, 6.2s, everything you want. But just common guy who builds my own stuff, and I enjoy doing it. I thank you for watching. I'm going to get back to work. All right, what we're doing today is putting black wheels and 35s back on the Army truck, taking the aluminum slots off, and right there, those are 17 by 10 aluminum slots. I'm going to wash them up. We're going to put those on Wyatt's truck with the 4-inch lift. Ideally, I like to run 33s with a 4-inch lift, so I'm not sure how it's going to look. The only 33s I have right now are on Dick Banjo boggers, and we're not really wanting to run boggers on it. We're just wanting to have a nice truck that anyone here can drive. So the only setback with these are 8-170 Ford bolt pattern. I bought these off Travis Hipster for a pricey sum of $140 because I had the tires sitting around. Same tires are on the slots, 35-inch BFG all-terrains. So we're going to get those off, clean them up because we're ready to put the axles under there. If I put the wheels on it, it'll be a little easier to maneuver. So it's taking me a minute to get something done. So I'm going to hurry up and get these fronts swapped out. I already got the other side done, and then we'll get the moving on. I ended up buying these for the van, but I wanted to see what they looked like, so I put them on here. I drove them around for a little while. Now they're coming off. Last winter, I got out in the field, was cruising around, thought I had 4-wheel drive, and I didn't. I had the hubs locked in and tried to see how far I could go in the snow with the BFGs, and I started getting stuck. Detroit locker in the back. When I pulled 4-wheel drive, nothing happened. So I had to wheel and deal. I had to floor it, zigzag, had to really do work, let the old 6.2 eat. But we got out. I got out. But I never did fix it. But I just had the other side jacked up. I locked the hub in. I turned the wheel. Axle does nothing. So these have pretty old original lockouts on them. See right here, they got a line on there. So those have been on there since this truck was in service. So it's not turning now. It says lock on it, so we'll turn it to lock. Okay, now this one's grabbed. The other one didn't grab, so we probably have a broken. It's got an open front end. This don't have the posi front end that the ambulances had. So probably chances are I just need to buy a set of lockouts, put a new set of lockouts on there. And there's a chance I could take that one apart and fix it. But I drive this truck quite a bit, so I'm just going to put a new set on there. I'll get online, order me a new set of Warren Premiums and bolt them babies on there. And away she'll go. It's got Dana 60 456 gears front and back, disc brake in the back. It's pretty hard to beat that, so we're going to keep on pounding. Now, I don't recommend running spacers on the front of anything, or probably on the rear for that matter, but I'm going to do it. That don't mean you should do it, okay? Don't do what I do. Especially when they're stuck together. Once again, don't put spacers on the front of your vehicle. And if you do, follow all local laws. I ran them on here for quite a while. Never had any problems. Results may vary. Yep. Get the torque wrench. All right, we got some wheels and tires on the front, on the rear axle, enough to get it under here. It's over there. We're going to slide it under here, lower the truck back down to it, put 4-inch block, U-bolts, tighten that down. We'll just kind of leave it at that. We'll raise it all up. We'll put the shocks back on it, cinch everything down. So I'm going to go pick it up, bring it under here, get the Bobcat out of the way. We'll get the rear end in it. You'll get a sneak peek of what we got going on. All right, I wish I'd have taken them drums off because now they're fighting me. I should have, when I had them on the thing, I should have pulled the axles, pulled the drums, put them back on. But I didn't because I didn't want to waste my time because when I do the disc brake conversion, I got to do all that anyway. So now it's going to fight me a little bit. So I'm going to lower the truck down, try to get the rear end under there, and we'll go from there. All right, we're going to have to go underneath. All right, here we are underneath. Not even close. She won't turn, Captain. That may be a problem. We'll get a floor jack. Fight me because it won't turn. There you go. Wrong way though. Oh, let's lower it down some more. All right, here's the blocks that they sent with the kit. They're tapered. You want that taper going forward. Kick your pinion up because you're moving your rear end down, so you want to turn your pinion up a little bit. All right. We got both pins in, got the pin in the axle and the pin in the spring. I know it don't look like it, but they'll pull down. We're going to use anti-seize though, but I'm just going to get everything kind of loosely put in place. I got to go get so this is a 1/2-ton truck, so I bought a lift kit for a 3/4 ton. So I got to go in and get the pads for the top, and I'll get a socket for this. I'll be right back. So a while back, I bought a truck that was broken in half, and people are like, why in the hell is he buying a truck broken in half? Well, there's parts on those trucks that you can use. I know there's aftermarket parts and stuff, but these are a good example of just some stuff. We're buying that truck for $600, keeps paying off. So these are 3/4 ton. They're different than 1/2 ton. So you need a set of these if you're going from 1/2 ton to 3/4 ton. There's various companies that sell these aftermarket. So if you can't find a set of original ones, don't worry. You can get some aftermarket ones. So these are nylon lock nuts, so they'll stay on, don't need any Loctite. But I take some anti-seize, put down there on the bottom, because if you ever want to take it apart, you'll wish you'd done that. All right. We're going to just snug these down so this don't fall apart. Go over and do the same to the other side. When you tighten these down, you want to make sure these are tight against your perch. If they're spread out and you tighten it down, when you go for a drive, those will work their way together, which will make it loose. So when you're tightening those down, when you got everything where you want it, rear end's back in, make sure these are tight together as close as they can be down here. Just getting that snug to keep that center pin engaged so we can go over here and work on the other side. There's a sweet spot right in the middle. That's where I'm at. I could pry on the spring a little bit with my pry bar, and everything's good. Do the same thing over here. All right, I'll get my bigger impact and I'll tighten everything down. Then I'll go back and torque it. Tick, tick. That's all, folks. All right, that's how we're sitting. That's a big 4-inch, she said. Daggone. I mean, it'll settle down. I know it'll settle down, but as soon as the front started dipping, I stopped. But daggone, I didn't measure it before I started. I should have. If you got a half-ton Chevy on 31s, stock wheels, give me some measurements. Let's see where we're at. But yeah, front's next. We got the rear end in. U-bolts are tight. Obviously, we got to do brake work and drive shaft work and stuff like that, but the truck isn't a running, driving truck quite yet. We're hoping to have it that way. We're not going to draw this out any longer than we have to. But I am going to pull the motor and transmission out, put a new clutch in it, stuff like that, do a lot of maintenance. The transmission is the greasiest transmission I've ever seen in my life. You can't even see the PTO bolt heads cover bolt heads. It's pretty wild. So we're getting rid of some excess weight, cleaning this thing up. He's going to have the coolest truck around. I'm going to have to share it with him, let him drive the Army truck some. So went ahead and throw the slots on there. Perfect choice. We're going to head put fender trim back on it all the way around. Clean it all up, put a nice interior in it. Save it. Don't drive it during the winter. Save it. This is money in the bank. Having a nice old square body that runs good and the heat works and the radio works, it's money in the bank. If you got one outside, drag it out, save it, clean the interior. It's worth something to somebody, I promise you. So that's a big boy. So let's get the front done. All right, I've been working on the truck. The main man just got home. Stand up to it. See how tall it is. It shouldn't be that tall. It'll sink down some. What do you think?
Pretty cool, man.
Pretty cool. We went from 6 lug to 8 lug. We just now. You think it's too big?
No.
Nope.
They got the freaking Army truck up there.
It's not. It shouldn't be as tall as the Army truck. It should be a little bit smaller than the Army truck.
I'll drive that little truck. It ain't too big.
The Army truck has 6-inch lift, and this is just a 4. So he just got home, but I've been working on it, trying to get stuff done today. What do you think? You gonna like it?
Yeah, I already do.
Yeah. So we're gonna get it off the lift. Once I get the lift under it, we'll get it off here. We'll finish buffing on it and stuff. Get him doing more stuff, and that's it. He just picked him up out of school, and
Yeah.
that's it. I just wanted him to see it, and we'll see you. All right, here we are in the sun. Sorry for the glare, but we got the back done, except for the shocks. We'll get everything up in the air, measure for drive shaft, make all that stuff. We're trying to get it rolling today. We got the front end sitting here. We got the new steering arm put on that. We got to put bushings in the springs. There's a bigger end, a smaller end. So big bolt in the front, small bolt in the back. Should be fairly easy. We're going to use WD-40 to try to lube everything up. And I seize all the bolts, so follow along. Let's do it together. All right, here we are with the springs, and pretty self-explanatory. Here's a big bolt, goes in the front, like I said. Just find your metal sleeve, find the same bushing, and those go in the front. Should be fairly easy. We're going to use a little spray on them. Nothing to it. Legs in the way. Right in. Nothing to it. So I don't know why they really gave us so many. Guess we'll figure that out later because I don't read the instructions. So there's the ones for that. Here's the bolts for the back. Smaller sleeve, so they just gave us some extra stuff. Some extra bolts, some extra brackets. I don't know. I always bought them used, so I didn't really ever have the directions that I needed. You know what I mean? Let me get out of the way. Nothing to it. All right, let's get them in the truck. If you do get a lift and you're new to using a lift, always lower your lift down to the last safety lock position. Never leave the weight up on your cylinders. That's just something people sometimes learn the hard way, if you know what I mean. So we're getting ready to throw the front springs in. Now the back's set up real high. There's a motor in the front, so there's weight on the front. So hopefully the front isn't all sky high too, but it's only a 4-inch lift. I was really hoping I could do that. You probably didn't even see it. I was really hoping I could do that one-handed, and I did, but I was close to not being able to. You're not as strong as you once was. So far, so good. I assume these are brake line relocation kits and all that stuff. Your stock brake lines sometimes are not long enough because they come out through the middle of the frame. Some people move them under the frame. Some people put braided lines on. You can buy a nice 3-piece set, 2 fronts and a middle 3rd rear braided line. I haven't bought a set in a while. They're probably a little pricey, but they're worth it. They're steel braided. They don't expand. They're made for trucks with lift kits. I'm not sure who sells them nowadays, but they're probably all over. So we're ready to put the front end in. I'm going to lift it up, put 2 wheels on it, roll it under there, set the truck down on it, put the U-bolts on it. We'll have ourselves a roller here in just a few minutes. All right, so somebody's pouring it on. Stick shift diesel. So rear end's in. 4-inch block, new U-bolts. Front end's getting ready to go in. We're getting ready to lower it down. We got our springs in. Everything's just loose. We'll get the weight on it before we cinch anything down. So let's start lowering it down. Face is erect. It's getting real close. We'll put just a little bit of weight on it. That's actually pretty decent. Thank you. Right in, boom. This is a fuel line I never finished running when the other guy brought it here. We're gonna do the front, same as the back. Put NICs on the threads. You got three long ones and three short ones and a long one to go around the pumpkin. So, just so you know. Don't want to see nobody do any work they don't have to. Now 4-inch lift might hook on stock sway bar. I'm not sure. I got it unhooked over there, so we're getting ready to find out. She's going on. This is the exciting part. Forgot I had that goofy little ponytail. Don't show my little goofy ponytail. All righty. Wow. God dang, that's a lot of that. So we got it done enough to set it down. And that's always the most important part, the most exciting part. We forgot to measure it before we started, so I can't tell you what the difference is. But 4-inch and 35-inch tires, it had 31s on it, so we're going to gain 2 inches there, 4 inches there, so it's going to be 6 or 8 inches taller. Here it is, brand new 4-inch rough country lift. We'll get the other truck up next to it. It's got the same tires, 35s on it. Looking good. Slot. I wish my dad was that cool when I was young. I'm going to drive it more than he is, though, so don't tell nobody. That was my plan all along. Drive it, teach him how to drive it. There's nothing funner than riding around in a 4-speed, cruising the back roads. So I'll get it moved out, cleaned out, and do some more follow-up. All right, well, we got all 4 springs in it. Well, front springs, rear blocks. We got both axles back in it, all the U-bolts back in it. Still got to do the steering and the shocks. This hooking up one side of the sway bar. It's almost as tall as the green truck, but not quite. It'll sag a little bit. That's a 6-inch lift. That's a 4-inch lift, so it'll drop down a little bit. We got to go along, tighten everything up. Tomorrow we'll get it off lift. We'll get a better look at it.
Well, it's Friday morning. You guys are going to watch this tonight. Right now we're loaded up and heading to go to a local show for the day.
This is probably the biggest show, the biggest, closest show to us. It's about 45 minutes away. 2,000 cars, I've seen somebody say this weekend.
Yeah.
I usually go on Saturday. I drove the big green truck down there last year, and fuel line ruptured as soon as I pulled in. So I fixed it right there in the entrance. Only lost about 5 gallons of fuel. You got to see us throw a simple lift kit on a Great American truck this video. I know it's been seen a lot of times, a million times, but to me it's special because the truck's still in great shape. This is 2004, that's 2024, that's a 1987. So it feels good to be doing stuff like that to old vehicles that were forgotten for some point in time. Half-ton, no lift trucks, kind of boring. They get wore out, they get pushed to the side, they get sold, and then they get in the hands of someone like us, and we just try to save them, keep them going. We're not going to worry about painting it. We're just going to make the interior nice and make it nice and reliable. Been trying to show you step by step, even though it's one of the simplest projects there is. It's still nice to show people who've never done it, or are here to watch us do it. So thanks for watching.
We got more on the ramp truck coming for you. Terry, I'm going to butcher your last name, Zelinsky, our Canadian bestie, has sent us a package. And
Alberta.
we're so excited. He's from Alberta. We're going to open this right now. Terry, thank you so much. I've been waiting on this. It come yesterday. We were so excited. I can't wait to actually meet you, Terry. You're one of my favorite people.
All the way from Pickeardsville, AB. I guess that's
Ooh,
Alberta.
Alberta,
I
Canada.
can already feel what it is, but
I
I
wanna
don't know what
see.
it says.
So we're excited to open this. I'm excited to go spend a nice day out in the
Got
sunshine.
that bag open just like a throat.
God dang. Uh-oh.
Piece.n.grease, Stubbs Rod Shop. Let's see what this says first.
I'm so excited.
Stubbs Rod Shop. We won't show his personal info. Hi, Tim and Jen. Sterry, Stubbs, Zelensky. Here from Stubbs Rod Shop in Pickeardsville, Alberta, Canada. Sorry I meant to send these plates to you guys a while back. They are from years you two were born.
Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh, Terry.
So, look at that. We got our first
That
Canadian.
is so cool.
That's our first Canadian plates.
Oh,
Wow.
my gosh. Thank you so much.
So this is Jen, 1983.
Oh, my
And
gosh.
this is Tim, 1979.
That is so cool, dude. Thank you so much. We're definitely putting those to use.
I've
That's
never
really,
really seen a...
me neither. That's so special. That is really special.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Terry. We love you, dude.
Yep, we'll put these
We
on
do.
display.
That is so
We
awesome.
can't put them on our car because we're not in Canada, but we'll definitely put those on display.
If we, oh God, there's my finger. My arm's getting tired, babe. I don't have a tripod.
It does get tired.
It's so bad.
So we're gonna go down here. You'll see some of this footage. We'd be a fool not to show some of the cool stuff down there.
Oh yeah,
And,
that'll be in our Wednesday video, I'm sure. So,
Yep.
but you'll see this tonight. We're gonna get in the truck. I got to get the video uploaded, and we'll see you guys at 7 o'clock. So
Today?
yeah, tonight. Yeah,
See
that's
ya.
happening. See you
We'll
guys
see ya.
later. Peace and grease.